What's up, Wolfpack and Z? Shit's real fucking annoying. I'm trying to sleep and shit because I'm sleepy, but you know, I like fell asleep for a little bit, but then I got woken up by my dad, and then I started ruminating again, and luckily a video popped up on my feed by Dr. Ramani about ruminating, right? So shitty. Cause like, I hate the fact that no matter how hurt I was by my abusive ex, how hurt I've been, how hurt I still am, I still want to fix things. I still, you know, and I didn't want to admit it, but it's true. Like, I want her to change. And I feel so disappointed, you know, because I just want these high moments again, you know, and really it's an addiction, right, to like just find this validation from someone who's never gonna give you validation, and it's just so shitty to like realize, because all she would do was put me down and make me feel like shit and make me feel like I was to blame for the problems in the relationship when really she was, you know, and I was just trying so hard to fix all this shit, but it wasn't even anything that I could fix, because she needs to heal. And the best I could do was wish her to heal. She came by to drop off my headphones. I drove like a fucking hour and a half or 2 hours to get here. And, you know, I wanted to give her her shit and say goodbye and like end things peacefully, because she is narcissistic, you know. And I just sat down in the car and she was babbling how, oh, like, I know it's my responsibility for like the way I treated you, but you're the problem, is essentially like the summary, you know, because like I had called her out for having made fun of me for singing and then making this pottery, because she was saying I was singing off key. Then later that day she was like, oh, just remake that shit, it's ugly. And I was like, okay, like, fuck you. And I was like, yeah, do better, like, don't treat me like shit, you have to respect me, I'm not someone that you get to disrespect. And she was obviously playing the victim and being like, oh, but like, it's not my fault you took it that way. Sorry, not sorry for having feelings. And then the other issue is like, I cut things off with her and I was like, you know what, we're done. I'm tired of all this shit. And that night, she hung out with this person who she kissed back in December, and who supposedly she gave a book to, and somehow gave it back to me. So that means she had seen her at some point, you know? So I'm just so over all of it. I just hate it. I'm just looking at the ceiling and it just looks so familiar for some reason. I have deja vu. And it's just so bothersome, because I feel like I'm still attached, and it's so annoying. You know, I am still attached. Like, we just broke up. Again. And, like, I can't keep going back to her, and that's what I'm trying to process and, like, just not let myself do. But I sat with her in the car, and, like, I hugged her and, like, kissed her and this stuff, and I was like, because I just feel so physically comfortable with her sometimes, but other times it's just like, you just don't care about me, and it's so annoying. It's such a vicious cycle, and I'm so tired. I'm drained. I'm just listening to Trauma by her. The song is so good. I'm so annoyed because, like, you know, when I was back in Florida, maybe July, around then, I knew she was cheating on me. I felt it. Because, like, there was this one time where she went to go pick up a flannel for me, which she never gave to me, in Modesto, and she, like, lives in Dublin. Like, that's an hour away, or whatever, 2 hours, wherever the fuck she went. But I just know it was far. And then she didn't text me the whole night. And then the next day and, like, didn't text me the whole day either, like, you know, to, like, 12 or whatever. And I was like, where have you been? And she's like, oh, I was drinking with my friends. That doesn't add up. Because if you're going to pick up a flannel for me, supposedly, this friend Lee, right, from fucking work, her old job at least, like, okay, sure, like, suddenly, like, all y'all are hanging out, like, why didn't you tell me in the first place? That's just sus-ass behavior. And then this other time, she also got drunk and was with this friend Chris, because she went, like, to play pool, and she was like, oh, I found my friend Chris from high school, what a coincidence. But I'm pretty sure she went there to meet him, you know, I'm not stupid. And then she wasn't replying, her phone was off, and I really needed her at that time because I was having a really hard day, and because my mom was, like, fighting with me, because I watched this video of, like, this TikTok where this person was like, would you be gay for $1 million for an hour? And, like, they came out with this ridiculous outfit, like, totally just homophobic video. And I was like, Mom, like, this is horrible, like, I hate this. And then she just completely dismissed me, and I was like, yeah, but, like, there's gay white people or some stupid shit. And I was like, what? I don't know, it was just a really annoying argument, because I was like, you're stupid, you're ignorant, you're hateful, you need to stop. And I was just like, I felt so invalidated by her. And also about this other issue, I think it was racism, you know, just all the shit I always talk about. And I was also being talked shit about at work because of who I am. And that got to me and affected me. I was so sad. And I just needed my best friend, who was supposedly Martina, right? And she was just with this friend, Chris, drunk at her house. And I called her, and I have the recording. She was just like, I remember she picked up, and I was like, where you at? And she's like, oh shit, it's like 10 or whatever. Like, it's been a minute. And then she ended the call as if she was talking to someone else. I'm not stupid. And who knows, maybe it wasn't even a Chris from high school. It was probably just someone she met at the bar. You know, she's 21. So, yeah. And I called her out. I was like, I know you're cheating. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you bringing this up right now? Like, what is wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. And then I come to California and get in a fight with my mom because I don't want to see my dad. Because he locked me up in a rehab center. Sorry, a cult. For 8 months of my life. I didn't get no birthday gift. I was there for my fucking birthday. And my parents didn't even visit me. And my mom didn't, at least because my dad's here in Cali, at least when I was there. In Peru, I was in Peru, locked up. Anyway, I was upset about that and I didn't want to see him. My grandma came in the room. So I didn't want to see him. And I fought with him. Or I left my mom. I was like, bye. And I just went outside. And I texted Martina because she had just flown back from Florida too because she went to visit me after cheating on me again. And she met up with this friend Erin, which I'll explain, Marie, whatever. And they both picked me up because I was like, I don't want to be with her. So I moved in to this friend's house, Marie, for 2 weeks and was working for 2 weeks. And at some point within those 2 weeks, Marie tells me that Martina and her had been flirting. I don't know for how long because they've known each other since high school, supposedly. And I was just like, what? I was in the rehab center. And she like called it quits with her in like May. Mind you, I was in the rehab center since April. And I was with her. So cheating. And I ended up talking to Martina about it. Listening to stupid people. Because, I don't know, I thought it was best to like try to resolve it. But obviously I can't fix that. She's a cheater. So I should have just gone back to Florida. But like, we can't change that. I'm here in California now. LOL, the damage is done. Umi just sang that Picture Perfect song by Umi. Picture Perfect. So I was living with this person she was cheating with. And I remember one night we were playing cards with her and like her friend, or other coworker. And he was like, why y'all tripping? He said that so many times, and then I was like, wait, there's something wrong here. And I wasn't getting it. I was trying to like understand what he was saying. And then Martina had like gaslighted him, and so did Marie. And I was defending him. And, you know, what, like, it's just kind of suppressed. But, oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Like, she was like, oh, you should drink, to this guy who doesn't drink. And, like, she pretty much, like, peer pressured him into drinking, you know. I ended up fighting with her and calling her out and being like, you're a bitch. Stop treating people like shit. And I know, like, at some point they were like, oh, to this guy, because he was just chilling, because, like, Martina was doing her homework and Marie was on her phone, and I was just, like, I don't know, existing. And, you know, just very disassociated little area. It was really ugly, and he was just chilling. So then eventually, you know, like, we're playing a card game, trying to teach him, I don't even know anymore, and then I was like, this game is really fucking weird, I don't understand what the fuck is going on, which, valid, it was a very weird game, so I don't even know what was going on really in the game, but anyway, like, at some point Martina, after, like, he was like, oh, y'all tripping, Martina, was like, oh, you're like a ghost that just popped into the room and said boo, like, so this whole time you were ignoring him? And I was like, the caucasity, like, because he's brown, and then I'm brown, and, like, she was practically saying, like, we're both the same, because I was defending him, you know, and I was just so angry, and I still am angry, and I fought with her, and she left, drove home drunk. So I ended up staying, you know, at this cheater's house. And I was so upset and so angry and scared. And I ended up calling my dad to pick me up. I called my mom first, but then I called my dad. And now I'm here. And it's just so upsetting to see, like, I just get betrayed in so many ways by so many people, because I shouldn't have to be back in this environment. And that's not to say I'm not ready to leave the nest. I'm just not allowed to leave the nest due to capitalism, because if I could just live on an island and, you know, take care of the island and, you know, still make music or make videos overall and, like, just be an influencer, I'd be fine. There's no need for any of this bullshit. There's no need for me to just be here if no one loves me, except for me, of course. I'm loving myself. I'm learning. So yeah, I'm just sitting here with allergies, living again with pedophiles. Yeah, I can see why I feel so scared and can't sleep at night. And gaslighters, it's just, that's so much fun. This is a complete sarcasm, by the way. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's, like, stuck. Even my lips are itchy, like, I think it's the fucking wildfires, man. I hate this. Like, just take care of the planet, y'all, please. Take care of yourself to save the planet. Because if you love yourself, you can love the planet. If you can't love yourself, you can't love anything. Gucci, Jordan, and Gabbana. Tanashi, No Drama. It's a good song. Ah. So over these allergies. And, like, Martina called me because I texted her and was like, you're a perpetrator, you're a cheater. I know what you did. And I'm done. But I hope you heal. Was essentially the summary of it. Because, like, you're just bringing more trauma into other people's lives. And you're just hurting people and sexualizing them. And you're not any better than those who hurt you in your childhood. You're just projecting. Because I feel bad for her. She went through some shit, but she's not a good person. That doesn't justify, like, what happened to you does not justify how you act. You know, you don't get to be a piece of shit to other people. You don't get to be an asshole. You don't get to be a bitch. You don't get to be a dick. We pulled up in the ooh la la. I love this song. Oh yeah, and she also went bar hopping when I was in Florida, and I was very uncomfortable with that, because, like, why are you going to the club when you have me? Because, like, if you go to the club, it's kind of like to dance with girls, you know what I mean? And I remember she was like, oh yeah, last time I tried with, like, a big fucking club and whatever, like, bar hopping, and I was like, oh? Ugh. These allergies are killing me. But there's just so much going on, and I'm so angry and upset and sad, and I feel like shit. Didn't come up yet. One day I'll just have, like, people making videos of funny moments with Z. It's gonna be so funny. I'm still thinking of, like, what to call myself, though. Because I like Z, but, like, I don't know, I saw this other name that was, like, Justice, or, like, Star, like, from, I'm so tired. The Hate U Give, the movie. Like, you know, written by Angie Thomas, right? The book, at least, the novel. It's really good. That Thug Life. The Hate U Give Little Infants fucks everybody. Oh, this song! Cut It Out by Tink. This shit. The lyrics. And, like, looking back too, I just hate how I decided to live with this white person. Like, she's just the caucasity, man. Because she worked in an immigration office, supposedly helping, like, these immigrants. Indigenous people are not immigrants, they're of the land. Fuck you. And she just had to save her white savior complex, you know. And I let it happen. I saw it, but I was like, oh, maybe not. Gaslighting myself. Cause, like, she didn't care. She's just stupid. And, like, they were always talking about, like, COVID and, like, how I need to get the vaccine. And, like, at some point I know I like, she told me that, and I was like, I started crying, because I was like, I'm helping these indigenous people, trying to, at least, and you're just gonna make me put a vaccine in myself that's gonna kill me, because, like, the vaccine is just bullshit. Fuck Pfizer. This whole part of shit is bullshit. Everything's bullshit. Be your friends, ain't shit, Doja Cat. Look at what you did. You can say that again. Okay, well, I have to say goodbye because